So, I honestly have to wonder at this point for good old DSP, uh, DSP Space Gaming, Dark Side Philly cheesesteak. What exactly is the point of even having the king streak anymore, seeing as it quite literally fails about as soon as it gets started? Like, I get it that you're reminiscing on the whole vest streak thing. That was basically your bread and butter for what, over 300, almost 400 streams in a row, whatever the hell it was. I get that. But now you got this dumb king streak thing that's going on. That is just basically pointless. It's useless. There's no reason to have it. And you constantly bring up that the reason why it even exists is because you want to felt the haters, which is so fucking stupid. It's the dumbest thing in the world because you didn't even know felt as a term until you went on Kino Casino, and then you adopted it and have basically been saying it like a politician says God bless you and God bless America. It's like a verbal tick you can't fucking get rid of. You say felt, cope, seethe, all the shit that you heard on Kino Casino that you've never said before. Suddenly you've adapted it into your vernacular, into your vocabulary, and you say it all the time now. But then again, I'm not too surprised, seeing as everything that you basically do has been quite literally stolen from someone else, or it was someone else's idea that you pass off as your own. Level 1 podcast, that was essentially created, and you admitted that Keemstar essentially created that for you. Your decompression streams, you stole that from side scrollers. The shit that you have in your background, you have stolen that from other popular streamers. None, some of which are even worse than you whenever it comes to the whole begging thing. So I have to wonder why even do the king streak anymore? You're never going to reignite the vest streak ever again. That's dead in the water, has been dead in the water for a very long time. It just boils down to what I think you said before in this very video that I was watching, and it boils back to what someone asked you about going back to your old content. I do believe it's right here.
A $5 tip. Do you ever think the old Phil will come back, the one before Kino Casino arc, because I miss him? It depends on what you mean. I'm the same person. I haven't changed. It's just now, instead of doing negative reinforcement, we do positive reinforcement, right? Like
So, yeah, you're right. You haven't changed. You want to know what you haven't changed from? You're still the king of hate. That hasn't changed. Now you just have the backup of two other people who are constantly, albeit not to your benefit as much as you might think, calling you king, saying you're a king, that you're the king of the world, you're the best in the world whenever it comes to WWE champions and all that shit and the stuff that you do. You're right, you haven't changed. You're the exact same person from back then. You remember that alcoholic online e-thug troll? That's still you. There's nothing changed. You're the same person who constantly makes up excuses for everything. You blame games for your quote-unquote king streak ending whenever it's just you. You're the reason that it ends. You play games horribly. You have no pattern recognition whenever it comes to anything that you do. I watched you struggle on the same level on Astrobot that I would have gotten through if I had failed it. I would have gotten through probably around second, maybe third try, because it's not that hard. Yet, for you, just the simple mechanic of a double jump fucks you over. Do us all a favor, DSP. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And keep inflating that ego. Make it as big as the biggest hot air balloons that you can imagine. I want your ego to be as big as those old school party floats that you see in giant parades. The ones that you're playing Marvel vs. Capcom, the collection here recently. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in the New York parade. I want you to have an ego as big as one of those fucking balloons, if not all of them crammed together into some kind of weird, gigantic, floating amalgamation abomination. Because whenever it pops, it's going to be fun to see how many fucking fart circles it does until it finally lands in the ocean somewhere and sinks to the darkest depths into the deepest trenches and is never seen again. Long story short, if you're enjoying DSP's content and you are a legitimate fan of his, I question exactly how mentally capable you are. Not to say that all of his fans are dumb, but it just leaves a lot of things in question. Keep doing what you're doing, DSP. I can't wait to see exactly how many fart circles you make whenever your balloon of a head finally pops. That's all I got. See ya.